What's going on, fam? We're back again for another workout. If it sounds a little different, I am not using the microphone for while we're in the car because obviously it's not too noisy in here. And honestly, I think it actually will sound better if I do it this way. So we're gonna do it that way, okay? But when we get in the gym, we'll probably put that mic back on because it gets pretty noisy in there. They're playing music, I don't want to get copyrighted, whatever, all that stuff. But today is deadlift day, baby. I'm super freaking excited about it. We are gonna be not doing any videos for probably the weekend, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because tomorrow technically is gonna be a cheat meal and I'm doing cardio tomorrow. And I think I've come to the executive decision, just because I'm doing this, you know, now I'm vlogging my cut, and it makes more sense if I do things this way. You know, I was supposed to be doing full body workouts for the next, you know, this week and next week. And I think what I'm gonna end up doing, guys, is I really think I'm just gonna go ahead and start going for push-pull legs 6 days a week, because technically this is, I think, week 5, right? So if I start doing the push-pull legs tomorrow or next week, 6 days a week, that'll be halfway through the program, which means it'd be a good start. And again, this is just me being a little OCD, but it'd be a good start for me to go ahead and get that going, so it's nice and even. You know, I'm getting an even number of weeks of doing that push-pull legs. And then we'll kind of see how things are gonna be playing out. If the cut's going really well, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, we'll go ahead and start planning out a bulk. But if I want to go ahead and keep cutting a little bit longer, I might. We're just gonna kind of play that one by ear, just based on the fact that I've got a Tough Mudder in October. And so if I bulk up too much, that, you know, I didn't tell you guys this part, but I'm doing a 15K, which is roughly about 9-10 miles. So doing that with, you know, me getting heavier is gonna be harder. You know, I'm probably not gonna be doing as much like running, definitely not 9 miles whenever I'm doing that tough, you know, whenever I'm bulking. So, but I'm gonna have to be able to do that when I'm doing that Tough Mudder. So we'll see what happens. I may just do it because I want to challenge myself anyways. Because the thing about a Tough Mudder, for you guys that don't know how those things work, it's not gonna be timed or anything like that. So it's not gonna be something that like I have to like really rush through. If I really wanted to like walk my way through it, I could, because it's gonna be like an obstacle every like half mile anyway. So the way it is, it's an obstacle course, for you guys don't know that. With the 15K, I think it's like 30 obstacles. So every half mile there's an obstacle. So I don't know, maybe I will go ahead and start the bulk. And it's something I'm gonna be thinking on over the next few weeks. So you guys give me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. But yeah, I'm doing deadlifts today. You know, that is like my fucking favorites. It's my favorite lift. It's just because it's my best lift. My deadlift max, last time I maxed, which has been a minute. It's been a long time actually since I maxed out on deadlifts. I say that, I feel like I did, no, I don't know. My max is 525, so it's getting up there. I'll need it to be, I don't need it to be heavier with me getting into a bulk. I probably won't be using the deadlifts during my bulk as much as like I'm using them now, because the reason I'm using them now so much is because they use so many muscle groups, and so you can burn a lot of calories more muscle groups you use. That's why I'm doing that. On a cut, it works really well. When you're doing a bulk, you want to isolate a little bit more because you're trying to really put on mass in those areas. But during a cut, I fucking love doing deadlifts at the beginning, especially because it helps you maintain strength, which is really big for me. You know, maintaining strength is going to be a big one, because the more strength you have, the more weight you can do for higher reps. So it's going to be, you know, strength and muscle tend to go hand in hand. So we'll want to kind of play around with that. When it comes down to the bulk, I'll probably still do deadlifts. I just won't do them at the beginning of my workout like I'm doing now. We're probably going to be doing stuff along the lines of like, you know, burnouts with deadlifts in a bulk, you know, after I've already targeted everything really specifically. And then after everything's worn out, I may do a burnout, like a 2-minute burnout at like 185, nothing too crazy, but probably more like 225. That would be more along my lines. And burn out at deadlifts for 2 minutes and see what I can do there. And we'll record that if I end up doing that during the bulk. But again, that's like 6 weeks away. Right now we're focusing on that cut. I haven't even really looked and seen what I've got today. One of the things I'm wanting to start doing too, I know I'm going all over the place with this, but you know, I've been doing a lot of like making my workouts beforehand and then doing them, kind of like how I do with my clients. But I'm not a client, you know, I'm a personal trainer, and I need to be experimenting with new exercises and I know enough of what I'm doing that I can build a workout that's great on the spot. So what I'm going to start doing is building workouts as I'm going along with that push-pull legs, instead of thinking like I have to break everything down. Now, when I'm doing full body, you kind of do, because you don't want to miss anything. It's really easy to miss stuff if you just try and hit all your muscle groups, because you'll do certain exercises that'll, you know, kind of target some muscles a little bit more than others. For example, like if you're just doing like squats to hit your legs, you're not really working all your muscles to the best of their ability. You may be favoring your quads, or if you're hamstring dominant, you may be favoring your hamstrings, your glutes a little bit more. And so everything needs a little bit of balancing out. And that's why I kind of do things this way with those full bodies. But like I said, with me vlogging everything, that's another big thing, is I'm literally vlogging my workout. So I have a log of what I'm doing and what weights I'm using. So that's another big thing there too. But I'm still gonna like log all that stuff. It's just, instead of like making them beforehand, I'm gonna go ahead and do it in the moment. Now, if you're new to fitness, if you're in your first few years of being in the fitness game, I would not do that. You know, I've been doing this for over a decade. Like, I've literally been doing this at this point. I started when I was 16. Actually, I started when I was 13, when I started working out in football, and started getting a good idea of how all these exercises worked. And then I started really evolving my information on all that stuff, and really deep diving on research on that, so I could actually lose weight. When I was 16, turned to a personal trainer, got my personal trainer license when I was 18. And so, you know, I have many certifications that also state that I know what the fuck I'm talking about with this stuff. So, including strength and conditioning. I am certified in strength and conditioning. So, what we're going to start doing is I'm going to start kind of experimenting with different ideas, different exercises, new exercises, showing you guys new techniques. And that way I'm not stuck with the workouts I'm doing. You know, actually the drop sets I've been doing with you guys has actually been something I just made like in the spur of the moment. And I'm really liking the way those are feeling. I'm getting a lot more out of that too. In fact, I think I'm going to start incorporating some drop sets into my clients training that have been training for me for more than like 6-7 months. There's a few of you guys, if you're watching this, get ready. I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready and drive over to the gym to get this workout in. We're definitely gonna be hitting those deadlifts. I don't know what else is on the list for the workouts today. I'm still gonna go ahead and follow the list I have set out for the rest of this week, obviously. But we'll go ahead and go ahead and see what we got going on. I'm also need to go ahead and address this. It's raining outside. I missed my morning cardio this morning, which I don't typically do. It was raining at the time, but really, guys, that was a shitty excuse. I should have gotten out. It wasn't like it was fucking like storming or thundering or anything. It was just raining. I was gonna take a shower afterwards anyways, so I should have gone out there and done it. And I do regret it. Lesson learned. Next time I will fucking do that, regardless if it's raining or not. At the very least, I can get up and run up and down my hallways for 30 minutes and to turn on like a YouTube video, podcast, music to kind of get my morning started. Because that's what I'm doing when I'm running anyways, you know, so it's not a good excuse to just completely skip it. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm probably gonna get to the gym. I don't normally recommend doing this, but I'll probably start my warm up with like 10 minutes of like maybe stair climber, maybe rower. I might do the rower and then do stair climber at the end, just to kind of get me warmed up. The rower, actually, that's a good idea, because the rower is gonna help get me ready for those deadlifts anyways. By the way, guys, if you're looking for any kind of cardio equipment to use, stay away from the fucking treadmills. You need to be either doing, I do like ellipticals better. Still not preferred. I like bikes better too. Still not preferred. I really enjoy the stair climber. I really enjoy the rower. Just make sure you guys aren't going crazy on that before your workouts, because you'll use up a lot of your energy beforehand. And especially if you're bulking, maybe wait till the end of your workouts to do that kind of stuff. But it is going to help a lot. I definitely think so, especially keeping that weight off. But let's go ahead and stop rambling. I'm going to get the gym, tell you guys what we're doing for the day, and then I'll see you guys there. All right. I got to say that I definitely feel pretty damn warmed up. I feel really good right now. We're going to be doing trap bar deadlifts, by the way. Forgot, because we are doing sets of 12. I typically do trap bar if I'm doing high volume deadlifts. They just feel better as far as grip goes. I can handle it a little bit easier. And then we got a really good workout for today. I actually got forearms today that we're going to be hitting. And then we're supposed to be doing seated shoulder presses that I'm not going to do. Because I really think there's another thing I'm wanting to work on. I'm starting to notice when I'm doing this posing, which is why I'm glad I'm doing that at the end of the videos, because I can really see what I need to work with. But the main issue I'm starting to notice with my physique is my front deltoids are extremely overdeveloped. I think a big part of that's because I do so much bag work, like literally at least 3 days a week, and I've done it more than that before, and I've been doing it consecutively for over 10 years. So not to mention like all the pressing movements hit the front delt a lot too. So instead, I think I'm going to be doing some side delt raises and superset that with some incline bench after this. But let's go ahead and get our first set of 12 in real quick. Like I said, deadlifts are my babies. And I think we're probably going to hit 3 plates today doing these trap bar, which I technically think would be 320. I believe the trap bar is actually about 50 pounds instead of 45. I don't know, man. We might go heavier than that. I am definitely feeling tired today. That rowing machine definitely helps warm me up really good. I might, on my back days or my pool days, whenever I start bulking, or maybe even next week, I might actually just do that for 3 minutes. Anyways, not exactly cardio, but it's definitely good for warming up that posterior chain. 100%. And your boy needs that, especially for these. All right. I should really rest more, but it's feeling pretty good. I'm just going to go into it. Oop. Well, and even on that one. Was that 12? I don't know. We'll go one more. Ugh. Oh, no. If I wasn't as warmed up as I am right now, I probably would be taking it a little bit slower because this is only set 3. But at the same time, I warmed up with a rowing machine, so feeling pretty good. If you guys notice, when I'm doing this exercise, I really try hard not to do slow and controlled on the way down with the deadlift. There's not a lot of benefit with that. You might as well just be doing RDLs. But this exercise is really good for just getting a lot of reps in really quick too. Like I said, it's more of a power exercise and strength exercise than necessarily a muscle building exercise, even though it can put a lot of mass on you. But again, it's compound. But for that same reason, I'm also not going to be drop setting this like I have the past couple of workouts. I will probably do some drop sets on some other stuff. I don't know what else yet, but definitely not deadlifts. Deadlifts, I'll do that at some point, but shit, maybe I will. I don't know. Get off my back. All right, you guys have talked me into it. We're going to be doing a drop set with this. I don't know exactly what yet. This will be set number 3, so we still got some time to think it out, but let's get it rocking and rolling. I could do like a little trap superset with this because I do want to work on my traps a little bit more. We might do that instead. That would be gnarly. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's happening. I don't know. Thinking I do want to go 4 plates, maybe. That feels great. I'm not going to lie, that feels amazing. So I'm thinking we go 4 plates. Maybe do a triple drop set. I love how I'm getting all behind the idea of a drop set now. Do a triple drop set, and we'll do. That would really suck. We can go 8, 8, 8 until we get to 1 plate. I have completely forgotten the fact that this is set number 4, not 5. So, again, I don't know. I think we're going to go 12, and then we'll do that drop set I was talking about. We're spitballing. We're trying new things. It's okay. I'd say it's about that time, though. Yeah, I definitely am going to have to just drop it. I can't just go down slow. This shit's starting to really come off. I still got this. I just got to make sure this isn't going to fall off. Definitely coming off. 5 more.
Come on. Come on. One more. Woo. Woo. Uh-oh. I better breathe. That's getting a little sketchy. I definitely could hear my blood pressure on that one. I genuinely do not know how heavy this thing is. It doesn't tell you. Usually they're about 50. So whatever this weight is, 400 something. And then we're going to, for 8, and then we're going to drop it off to 315, whatever that number is. And then drop it down to 225 after 8. After another 8. Drop it back down to 135, 140. Still, since I'm doing such high volume, no need for a belt with this. If you can do 10 reps like that, you do not need a fucking belt. If you're using a belt for stuff like that, you're taking a lot of action away from your core that can be getting some good work there. You can actually increase your weight on that. But when you're doing stuff like 5x5s, 5x3s, sets of 1, that's when you bring the belt out. Right here, we are fine. It's gonna be rough. Good stance. I get pumped up a little bit. Right now I'm thinking of that Mike Tyson quote where he's screaming at that white guy right after he got out of prison. It's like, you scared, you white boy. I ain't scared. I ain't fucking scared. Just lost my fucking balance. One more. Drop it. Drop it down. Good. Feels good. Now, if you stop at any point, try and catch your breath or anything like that. For one, it's not a drop set. But 2, it's going to get worse. Cardio is going to start setting in. Better just get back at it. 3 more. Good God. God, I'm not even going to try and fucking talk. Come on. Just 8. Last one. So yeah, like, right now, it is all just cardio. And really it just feels like I'm doing HIIT right now. Which, again, if you're in a kite, you got the heavy lifting done with. That's some good shit. Come on, finish it up. Thought you relaxed. That's it. That's it. That was fucked. Honestly, I actually feel like the 135 helped me cool down so that I'm not just like gas, but that definitely fucking got me. Okay, We've got incline, superset with some side raises, lateral side raises. Sets of 10. And I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy with this. In fact, I'm actually going to be dropping the weight I'm doing on these lateral raises than what I usually use, just because I really want to focus on squeeze. I don't want to be slinging weights around. I think I got that part out of my system as far as the workout's concerned. But this should do pretty nicely. And I'm really, like I told you guys yesterday, I am really wanting to focus on getting my chest a little bit wider, thicker, whatnot. On this first set, I'm going to try doing some wider grip. And I never really do this. Like, I usually go in and, honestly, if anything, I do a little bit of a closer grip. So that might be why my chest isn't where I want it to be. But this should help pretty decently, as long as I can feel the squeeze. That's why I'm really ready to get it back to like a push-pull leg kind of split, because I can really just tear up all these muscle groups at one time and, you know, not really spend so much time doing all these different kinds of exercises trying to hit that full body, which I'm really looking forward to. Go for one more after this one. Pretty easy. And hopefully I'm in frame. Again, I have no idea. You guys are going to have to let me know. Good little frame of reference with this exercise. Honestly, this is too much for me to really get as controlled as I want to. Good rule of thumb, just try and get your pinkies flared up, elbows flared up. 2 more. Yeah, I definitely exhausted a good majority of that glycogen I had for this workout on one, that rowing machine, which is why I don't recommend doing cardio at the beginning. But like I said, I do cardio every morning fasted anyways, so not a big deal. Get off my fucking back. And I'm cutting, so it's kind of to be expected. Cheat day is tomorrow, so usually day right before a cheat day, you really start feeling like poop. And that's just because you know how many energy, all your energy stores are gone. And that's why it's really important to have that cheat day. Because if you stay, I don't even know if y'all can see me, but if y'all stay in that caloric deficit for too long, it's going to start affecting your testosterone levels. And obviously we don't want that. We want the muscle to be as high as it possibly can during a cut to exacerbate the fat loss. If anything, hopefully grow some muscle, you know. And, you know, that's kind of harder to do. But, you know, for you guys who are kind of newer to it, it's definitely doable. I mean, I did it when I first started, you know. Call it newbie gains. It's a real thing. Very real. This is just a good weight to use for this. It's not too heavy, not too light. But whenever I transition over to those lat raises, lateral side raises, they fuck me up. Because again, I'm hitting my front deltoids right now anyways. So doing front shoulder press is just kind of going to hit them again. Hit a different part of my tricep. And I kind of fucked my arms up yesterday. What was that, 7? 1. Okay. And like I said, these 20s, I mean, I'm usually using like 25s. These lat side raises. These 20s are hitting me pretty good right now. So I think I might stay here. Pinkies up. One more. God dang it. That's borderline too heavy. I really should go down, but I ain't. Just don't feel like it. I'm gonna get this in. Get some food in my belly. Oh, food. I can't wait for the bulk, man. I could be able to eat so much food. That's the thing, dude. The food won't get wrong for me. That is not shit. I can eat like 5,000 calories a day, not even thinking about it. Obviously, during my bulk, I will not. I'm going to limit myself. Now, you know, when we're talking about cheat meals, cutting and bulking, cheat meals are exclusive to cutting. You do not need a cheat meal when you're bulking, because every day is a cheat meal. Every day you're eating over maintenance in order to bulk. Otherwise, you wouldn't be bulking. That's just how it works. So you should not be gorging yourself at all in a bulk. You should be eating more than enough. You should not be gorging yourself. That's how you get fat. It's really easy. A lot of people, I hear the term dirty bulk thrown out a lot. It's just an excuse to be a fucking fat ass. Every time. Every fucking time. People hit me up and be like, yeah, I was doing a dirty bulk, which is what basically it means. It means they were going to the gym and they were eating like shit. That's all that means. If anyone ever tells you that, never take their advice on anything fitness related. Period. Unless they have some crazy transformation afterwards. But I forgot this thing actually gives you a little bit of a lift assist. Utilize that. Go a little bit wider on this set. Well, I said I'm a little tighter. Try to pinch my shoulders back. It's very important when you're pressing, trying to hit that chest. Otherwise, you're just really hitting your shoulders and triceps. Use that chest. Drive elbows down. Squeeze the elbows together. Along with everything else, of course. All right. 3. Oh, god damn. Okay. Last set of these bad babies. Bad bobbies. I think I've come to the conclusion, too, that I'm just going to try and take you guys through 3 of my exercises or supersets per workout so I don't go crazy. Guys, I made another one. The one I posted yesterday was about the length I'm looking for videos, 30 minutes or so. 30 to 40. I think 40 plus is too long. Fuck. This is too much weight. Ooh. All right. Moving on. All righty down. We've got some cable lat pullovers. I was supposed to do barbell, but there's some room. I just kind of felt like doing these, I'll be honest. Plus, they hit the same things. I like the way these feel better. And I definitely need them. And then we're going to do some wrist movements. We're actually going to do some wrist curls over there, forward and reverse. So we're going to do 20 on each side. And then we're going to do, I believe, we've got 12 of these. So we're going to go for it. This is not too heavy of a weight to start me off. It's all about driving the elbows back when you're trying to work on your lats. Really all about your elbows. I guess your shoulders too, if you're thinking about pulling them down, but really stretch. Definitely need more weight, but it does feel pretty good, I gotta say. Stretches everything. It's like a stretch and a contraction, so it's kind of like, you know, kind of like flies compared to the bench press, you know. All right, moving over to the wrist curls. Again, I don't know if I'm in frame. Working with what we got here, but we're gonna do simple wrist curls using my knees as like a pivot point. Damn, 70 was bold. It was a bold for sets of 20. I need to take my watch off real quick. Can't be doing that with the watch, it'll pop it. All right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, right, 4, 6, 8. I definitely need more or less weight. That's too much. All right, so I think we came to the conclusion: less weight with these, more weight with these. So I was 40 last time. Let's go 70. I really dropped the weight in half for that exercise because it was just, you know, I've had wrist injuries in the past. I work a lot with my arms. You know, I do a lot of barbell exercises to work on my forearms. So I'm not trying to get strength in my forearms. That's what the barbell exercises are for. But rather make sure they're nice and healthy, have good proportions to the rest of my arms, and, you know, I want to make sure I don't pull anything doing a fucking wrist curl. That would be so stupid. This is definitely better. This hits a little bit of your abs and chest too. 3 more. Honestly, too much still. I'm trying to find that balance with that. Haven't done these exercises in a long time, so take a little bit of time to figure out what weights I want to use with them, but we're figuring it out. This is a lot more what I was looking for. And get a full squeeze right there. Feels a lot better. It actually hurts a lot more. Hurts in a good way. Eight. Fucking A. Ooh. I think I've been slacking on those forearm training, dude. I've just been doing barbell stuff. That is rough. That is really rough. Okay. Or again, maybe it's just the fact that I did 405 for a drop set. And my forearms are already fried. That's very much probably the case, actually. 10 more. 2, 4, 8, 10 fucking A. That's good though. I like that burn. The solid burn. Those are sore. Which is what I want. Now, it's funny is that we hit deadlifts, but I've got lying leg curls coming up after these with elevated front squats. So, I'm not going to record that part, but it's just like my posterior chain's going to be fried, my legs are going to be fried, my forearms are going to be fried, everything's just going to be gone. So, that's why tomorrow we're going to be doing more of like a cardio day. Supposed to do that 2-hour cardio day, but I don't know what I'll do. I might go out to the park and run like a 6-miler or something. Like I said, I gotta prepare some way, shape, and form for that Tough Mudder, but that's more than enough. I know that. So I'll probably go out and do that tomorrow, and then I'll have me a big old cheat meal. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna record that. I'm not gonna record any of that. In fact, this whole weekend we're just gonna take a break, kind of look and see what I can do differently. And on Monday, we're going to come back strong with like a push day. Because I didn't get bench in this week. Well, I did, but I didn't record it for you guys. So I want to make sure I get that for you guys. But enough rambling. How do you get this next set in? It's way more than 60 seconds. Let's drop this down to 60. I like 60 way more, I think. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, somewhere in there. I need to play with those more. Definitely that, and then like you can also do ab rollouts. They'll hit a lot of the same muscle groups. Actually, a little bit more focused on your abs, obviously, but still the same kind of movement, just different. Dude, I'm gonna have to stretch my palms after this. I can feel it. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. God, they're cramping up. Fucking A. Dude, that's going to suck in a couple days. I'll keep you guys updated on that. My legs are finally starting to kick in from those legs we did the other day. And it's mainly quads, which is good because we're hitting hammies today. 7, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. All right. That's it with that. And my forearms are toasted, dude. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I knew we were hitting forearms today. It's just I used to hit them all the time, and now they are gone. They are Dunyan rings. They are Kirsten Dunst. But I'm going to finish up these legs up. I got some abs too. Obviously, the cardio, but somewhere in between there, I'll take y'all to the locker room. We'll do our daily posing so we can see what we need to work on. Like I said, when we look at that today, I want y'all to look at my like front delts and see how they're way too big compared to the rest of my shoulder and my chest. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with that bag work I've been doing. Like I do kickboxing, so it's not just like punches, but there are days where I just do boxing. I mean, there's another gym that's actually associated with this gym that I go to, and they actually have a better heavy bag. They got a kickboxing bag here, but other place has a heavy bag I do my boxing at. And I'm thinking, because that's all front delts, a little bit of chest, triceps, but a lot of front delts. And especially because you're having to hold it, framework. And I'm not going to get into all that stuff with you guys, but it definitely is a shoulder workout, front deltoid dominant exercise. And even though it's cardio, I think it's actually making me favor my shoulders rather than my chest, or not just my shoulders, my front deltoids, rather than just my chest and my side delts and my rear delts. So, and my traps. So we're gonna focus on that a little bit through these next, like I said, 6 weeks of this cut, just to try and reshape a little bit while we're trimming down. And then hopefully when we start doing that bulk in about 6 to 10 weeks, somewhere in there, I don't know exactly when, somewhere in there, we'll be able to really put some mass on, like I'm thinking traps, definitely the chest, and just kind of shape up those shoulders. But let me go get these exercises in and we'll go pose a little bit. Okay, I lied. I want to show you guys something real quick, because the hamstring machine, it's free now, but it was taken when I was about to come over here and do those exercises. So I kind of wanted to use this opportunity to show you guys how you can hit your hamstrings with the leg extension machine. Now, when you're doing these, I definitely like to throw these in the mix compared to just a lying hamstring curl machine. Sorry, my brain. I've had all these ads pop up in my ear. Let me take these out. But yeah, the reason I like these is because you're standing. You can isolate one leg at a time. Really light on the weight, guys. It does not take a lot of weight for this to be really hard. In fact, you really kind of want to use these little 1/2 or 5 pound weights right there. But what you do right here, stiff legs, just hamstring curl, brace right here, right above your knee. And you can adjust this to make this work for you, but I'm getting a pretty good squeeze out of it. Didn't get the superset it the way I wanted to, but we're still going to get those front squats in. Not going to record that, but I figured I wanted to show you guys this little way of hitting these, because it hits pretty damn good. Okay, so we did not get in any front squats. I ended up just getting in some cardio, and we're going to do some abs later today. But I ended up getting into a conversation with a guy for like 30 minutes, just wanting to learn some, fitness stuff, nutrition stuff. I talked to him for a little bit. He's a cool guy. Really dope. We're going to take a look and see how this pump's looking. Well, it was a pump. It's not a pump anymore. I'm probably going to look as flat as I possibly have this whole entire week. But let me take this off. That was the stupidest way to take off a shirt I think I've ever seen. I actually need to drop this down a little bit so you guys can see what you're working with. Again, no mirrors in here, so we're just working with what we got here, but I do kind of like that lighting like that. Yeah, I look flat as all get out. It's also a really bad angle. That's okay. That's okay. We'll work with what we got. Back's looking pretty cut. Like I was saying before, back's not a problem. It's here. I was telling you guys, like, if you look at my chest, look at my shoulders, like, you can tell, especially when I do like something like this. Yeah, it's a very bad angle. You're looking down to up, so it probably makes me look bigger than I am. But you can still probably see how big these front deltoids are to my chest. And so they just don't look as good. They kind of make me look like I'm doing this a lot of the times. You know what I mean? Kind of get that tortoiseshell look. Whereas from the side, you can kind of see my chest a little bit more. It looks a little bit better. Yeah, look. I mean, look at that. There's like just all my front deltoid right there. It's just stupid. I don't need to train them anymore. Look at this. It gets stupid, man. Triceps are looking pretty good. But I definitely want to work on my my rear delts a little bit more, which my rear delts, if I rotate right there, you guys can probably see. Yeah, not much to see today. Like I said, we're at the end of our diet week, so I'm going to be as flat as humanly possible. You actually will look your best like 1 or 2 days after your cheat day because your muscles are going to be filled with glycogen, so they're going to be literally pushed against the fat and pushing it away, and that's where people get confused. You actually look the best after a cheat day or two after you get all that stuff out of your system and stuff. But when you guys see me on Monday, I'll probably look a little bit more full, especially after we get a good chest pump. I'll try and not waste too much time in between. Like I said, it's been a solid, like, at least 30 to 40 minutes since I last turned this camera on. So all that exercise I was doing, there is no pump left. But, it's what it is. I want to try and get some progress, video footage taken care of. So that way, when we look back, 6 weeks from now, and then after the vault too, that would be interesting. Just to see the transformation. I think it's going to be very interesting, especially for me. Like, I definitely would like to see that. All right, that's all I got. Let's get in the car.
All right, we're back in the car. I feel pretty pooped. Yeah, that last little, like, 45 minutes of working out, it wasn't even really a workout. Me and I was talking to a guy, he's been kind of like eyeballing me workout the past few days. I've been going in there, and you get those every once in a while, or people are just kind of genuinely curious because, the way I go in the gym, I attract a particular group of type of people, and they're type of people I like to actually have conversations with and stuff, because he was just talking about like how he's been struggling with stuff like the diet and stuff like that, but that he really loves to work out hard and stuff like that. And I was just helping him out with his nutrition and stuff, and we got there talking for like 30 minutes, and I got to be so careful when I do that, man. I try and tell myself I do that with one person a day, and I say that because if you guys ever actually see me in the gym, I probably look really mean sometimes, especially if I'm not recording. And it's not because I don't want to talk to anybody. It's because I'm there to work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not there to socialize necessarily. I will talk, especially if you guys have questions and stuff like that. But, when it comes down to like, just like talking about the weather and talking about like who won the game last night and stuff like that, like I don't do that in the gym. Like when I'm going in the gym, I'm in there to work. It's an area of where I'm actually, I'm doing things. I'm doing something with intention. I'm not there just to hang out. And, I just got to be very careful about when I'm talking to people. It can get a little bit out of hand. I actually had to cut him off a little bit and be like, hey, dude, I got to go. But, I took his number because I told him I'd give him a call later and actually, help him out in a little bit more detail when I'm not being rushed and stuff like that. So it was cool, though. I love talking to people about that kind of stuff because I am passionate about it. So I'll start talking forever. If you guys have ever seen me, well, obviously, when you guys watch some of these, like, I'll talk forever about this shit. If I don't cut myself off, I'll talk forever. It's just the way I am. It's really more of a me thing than other people thing. I just have a problem with, like, shutting my damn mouth. But overall, great workout. I'm really happy with those deadlifts. Those deadlifts felt really good. And like I said, heavy. They were heavy as fuck for 12 reps. I did 4. I'm going to just go with 405. I don't know how heavy that trap bar is. We'll say 405 for now. But felt really good, going for 12 reps at that weight. It's great. I felt really good about it, especially at the end of my diet week. I did not think I was going to have the energy for that, but I did. And that drop set, man, that drop set was great. I mean, it all felt pretty good. Like I said, next week we're probably going to get it into like more push-pull legs, 6 days a week. Probably get a lot more content out next week since we just kind of started it this week. And like I said, what's going to be going on the next few days, reason we're not going to have any content out, is tomorrow I'm doing my cardio day, which I could take you guys out with me on cardio. I might do that. I don't know. We'll see. That would be cool, but we would literally just be running together. I'd be just holding the tripod in my hands as we're running, which I don't have a problem with, but it may get boring after a good, little bit. So I don't know. We may do something like that. We may not. But I know the day after that, I'm actually going to a different gym, which we might start recording in as well. I'm going to try and bounce around gyms a little bit. The gym that I'm talking about is a really dope gym. They have a lot of really good equipment. And so I'm going to go there with my buddy Jacob on Saturday, and we're going to do a full body workout. I'm going to do a full body workout, and he'll probably just bounce around me doing what he does. But it's going to be solid, saucy, and the reason I'm not going to record that day is because it's a day where me and my buddy are going to work out. I don't want to waste our time that we're supposed to be working out together, working on my stuff when we're supposed to be doing it together, you know, that kind of thing. Maybe I'll ask him in the future if he wants to do something like that, but I don't want to push that on him or anything. So no videos for those 2 days. And then on Sunday, the reason we're not doing a video is just because basically that's supposed to be my yoga day. Somewhere in there needs to be a yoga day, my quote unquote rest day, I call it. It's basically my active recovery day since I'm doing cardio and going to the gym the next 2 days. So that's what's going on the next few days. That's why we're not going to have any like vlogs out, but come up on Monday, we'll probably come back strong with a good push day. Let you guys see some bench press and stuff like that, go over some tips with that, and it's going to be some fun stuff. But that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully it's another good vlog, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.